Welcome back to Regular Guys Outdoors. Today we're going to do a turkey choke in 20 gauge. It is a Carlson's. I've already taken it out of the package. It is a 5.65 constriction. It's mounted in my Mossberg Youth Bantam 500. We're going to shoot a whole bunch of loads out of it, and kind of my purpose is I want to see if this will replace the Primos tightwad I've been using. See if I can maybe get it just a little bit better at 40 yards or so. I'm going to shoot some of the old ammo that I really like, which is the old Federal 3rd degree. I've got some of the old Federal number 6 heavyweight. That's not TSS, but it's close. It's quite a heavy hitter, except number 6 doesn't give you a whole lot of pellets. Now, the format's going to be a little bit different because I don't have my SD card in my camera. It's sitting at home in my laptop. Home's 40 miles away. So we are not going back to get it, and the weather is turning, which is why I'm here today and not tomorrow or the next day, because the weather's going to turn bad up here, and I'm not going to be up here when it's 10 degrees and snowing. So we're going to make do today. We're going to push through. So let's get after it. Let's go look at that one. All right, this pattern is with the old Federal 3rd degree with the number 7 heavyweight. It is 1 ounce and 7/16. It's using the old flight control wad, but that is a really nice pattern here at 41 yards. We're at 41. That is a 12-inch circle on a 24-inch piece of paper. I know this orange ring is 8 7/8. Pattern is about right there. Really need to try to scoot that sight over. All right, here we are at 40 yards. I misspoke on the first shot. It's 40 yards. I was just sitting back there ranging it over and over, and it's 40 yards. But this is the pattern. That is a smoking pattern. I moved my sight to the left just a little bit, but it still seems to favor the right. But this is the old Federal heavyweight. This is the number 6 shot, 1.5 ounces. Very nasty pattern at 40 yards. I like that. The problem with this number 6 shot is there's not a whole ton of pellets in there. But I'll tell you what, that's nasty at 40 yards. The wind's picking up and bringing in that weather I said that's coming in, so I have to do this today. But this is the Federal, or this is the Hevi-Shot Magnum blend. 5.67 blend of Hevi-Shot. So it's going to hit like 4.56 lead. And the pellet count in this is 267-ish, if you count it by weight, 1/3 of each. And a 1 1/4 ounce number 6 has just a skosh less than that at about 241. So it's got about the same pellet count as, say, the Remington Premier at 1 1/4 number 6. Kind of open. Almost seems like it's favoring the left, like it didn't like the sight adjustment I just made to my shotgun between the first 2 shots. You could probably say, I don't know, maybe that's the center. Maybe it shot a touch low. I don't know. Didn't like this as much as it liked the 2 Federals. Let's go find something else. All right, here's a good pattern. This is the new Federal 3rd degree. This is an old box. This is an older box, but it has the number 7 TSS heavyweight in it. So the packaging is new, but this has the flight control flex wad and the number 7 TSS heavyweight. But look at that. This is why I do love me some 3rd degree. Imagine if the head of a turkey was like this. and you aim just under the head, kind of in the red wattles, my word, nasty. And that is nice and centered up really well. All right, so this pattern is with the Federal Grand Slam number 5. I knew this was going to be a bit of a stretch for it. However, this pattern right there, that is really nice. Very, very nice. Get this dialed in. That's a 40-yard pattern, I'd say. Real nice. I thought it was going to be a few yards too far, but that's really nice. And at the price of this stuff, real good. This stuff really did shoot good out of the so what the Indian Creek Black Diamond Strike choke I did. That was a 40-yard load all day long out of that choke too. So it almost seems like this stuff likes to be shot out of a pretty darn tight choke. This is a 565. I think that Indian Creek is a 555. So this pattern is with the Browning BXD. I didn't think it was going to do very well. You know, we're at 40 yards. It's a long way for a 20 gauge load. It's only 1.25 ounces. But I thought this was giving itself a really good showing. I don't know exactly where the center of the pattern is. My point of aim was here, but that's not really relevant as far as point of impact. Dial your gun to your load. But if this vicinity was the center, there's a couple gaps, but man, I'll tell you what, if that turkey's head was like this would have ate him up. Not a bad showing. Not bad at all. Trying to stay out the wind here. We're going to push the target back to 45 yards, and I've got 2, maybe 3 TSS shells to take a shot with, but I've only got 2 turkey targets. So we're going to shoot Browning and Federal TSS. So you can see this is where I was set up and doing all my target junk right there. Now we're back here at that 45-yard mark, and this pattern is with the Browning 7 and 9 mix. 45 yards. How nasty is that? I either shot it just a touch low or it shoots a touch low the way my sights are set up. But man, look at that pattern right through here. I'll tell you what, that kind of tells me you better aim hard at 15 yards. All right, this is the Federal equivalent of that Browning load. So it is the 7 and 9 mix. And that is at 45 yards. Look at this pattern. That absolutely wrapped it up. I tell you what, it is hard to beat TSS, but if you thought the prices were expensive a year or two ago, wow, are they expensive these days. It is hard to find 20 gauge TSS for less than $50 a box. Ridiculous. If you're lucky, you find it for 45. That's pricey. So how do I like that choke? Well, I like it, but this bird would not have. Nor would this one. This one. Or any of these. So I can tell you this choke is going to stay in this gun for now, and it's definitely staying in all season this year. No need to change this bad boy out, that's for sure. So even though I sabotaged myself on the camera, we persevered with just a GoPro. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, give us that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down there, and as always, thanks for watching.